Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel is in the middle of filming Deadpool 3. They're using it as a sort of Spider-Man No Way Home, but for the classic Fox X-Men and Fantastic Four movies, the other Fox Marvel movies just in general, including Ben Affleck's Daredevil movie. That's right, it seems like Ben Affleck is coming back as Daredevil. Bet you did not see that coming to make as many Daredevil puns as possible. So we'll explain what's going on, what he's doing in the movie. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. They're filming Deadpool 3 right now, so we're going to be getting some footage from the set pretty soon. And because we're in the middle of Secret Invasion episodes, we're doing a giveaway for Disney Plus memberships. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and let me know what you want Ben Affleck's Daredevil to be doing during the events of Deadpool 3. I'll name a new giveaway winner during this video too. But you probably spotted the news in your feeds recently. Ben Affleck was spotted on the set of Deadpool 3, and the report is that he's coming back to cameo as his version of Daredevil in the movie after just doing the Flash movie as his version of Batman. Marvel, DC, everybody is doing multiverse movies. Like we just got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Everybody is doing multiverse. A lot of the events of Deadpool 3 are adapting part of the Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe story, but it's a little bit more like Deadpool Kills the Fox Marvel Universe. And when we make all the Spider-Man No Way Home references, Deadpool 3 is actually intended to pay homage to all the old Fox Marvel movies because now Marvel owns the characters again, and they're planning on introducing new versions of some of the characters and recasting, but not all of them, some of the characters. So they're using Deadpool 3 in addition to Avengers 6, Secret Wars, big multiverse movie obviously, to give those original Fox Marvel actors and their characters a big send-off.
I have something of an overgrown man piece, and that didn't fit into any of the trousers they initially designed. So that was a problem. Somewhat embarrassing, not for me, but for some of the costumers. Once we figured out how to wrangle that, it went pretty smoothly.
There were even some references to Ben Affleck's Daredevil in Spider-Man No Way Home. Jon Favreau and Charlie Cox had a bunch of jokes about Ben Affleck's Daredevil movie during scenes, but they said they all wound up being deleted scenes and alternate takes that just didn't make it into the final theatrical cut, because Jon Favreau was the original Foggy Nelson to Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
Listen to this. Eyewitnesses say that Quesada was singled out by the demonic vigilante known as the Daredevil.
I don't know why you read that trash.
I've been hearing stories about this guy for years. There's got to be something to it.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a really good lawyer.
He said they tried to work in all kinds of references to him having a foggy memory during their scenes. Because we're in the middle of this core multiverse phase, much easier for them to now literally bring all those characters back and literally bring Ben Affleck's character back. He'd only be coming back for a small part in the movie because the majority of the movie is meant to be Deadpool and Wolverine with a bunch of X-Men and Loki characters, Fantastic Four Fox characters, all being in it at various points. Like Mobius is supposed to be in it, Miss Minutes is supposed to be in it. So you have so many of these X-Men characters coming back, some of these legacy characters, you can only put them in so much of the movie. Because they've been hyping up the return of the original X-Men characters so much more than anyone else or the variants of them from another universe, same actors, slightly different but similar versions of the characters, it just feels like the X-Men are going to be way bigger in the movie than say like Ben Affleck's Daredevil, so don't expect him to have as many scenes as say like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield did during Spider-Man No Way Home. Based on reports, I'm expecting the X-Men characters, various ones, not all at the same time, but throughout the movie, to get about as much time in the film as the Sinister Six, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield did in Spider-Man No Way Home. But on top of all that, there will be Deadpool variants. There's supposed to be multiple variants of Wolverine. Like, it won't just be one alternate version of the characters. Because Deadpool is jumping around to different timelines, as he said at the end of Deadpool 2.
Hey, it's me. Don't scratch. Just cleaning up the timelines.
Just cleaning up the timelines, just causing as many incursions as possible. Gotta destroy this multiverse as fast as possible. And even though all the attention on Ben Affleck recently has been on his time as Batman in the Flash movie and it being sort of like a big send-off for the character, he did film a scene for the Aquaman 2 post-credit scene, but that might wind up hitting the cutting room floor now. One of the interesting things about his time as Daredevil is that Kevin Smith said back when they used to hang out way more, back in the early 2000s, that Ben Affleck only took the Daredevil job, like he only did that movie originally because he thought he'd never have the opportunity to play Batman, and that's who he really wanted to play.
It still would be wildly irresponsible. You could also destroy everything.
Hindsight being 2020, even though there was a lot of drama over the years, like a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that went down, he still got to do pretty much everything that he dreamed that he could possibly do. And even though I like the Charlie Cox version of Daredevil way better than I like the actual Ben Affleck version of Daredevil, it is awesome to see him willing to come back and play the character again. And as much fun as people made of that movie when it came out, like it got clowned on hard for a long time, nostalgia is a hell of a drug, so if he shows up in the movie, people will go crazy in the theater. Let me know in the comments what you want him to actually be doing if he does show up in the movie. I would fully expect there to be some joke that Deadpool has about the other guy in a red suit. And bringing those X-Men characters back supports a lot of the rumors about the House of M storyline that they're using for part of the movie, in addition to Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. But in Deadpool 3, the rumor is that in the alternate universe, Professor X and the X-Men originally wound up siding with Magneto in the Brotherhood of Mutants instead of fighting against them during the events of the first X-Men movie. Remember, during the events of that movie, Magneto was trying to forcibly mutate a giant portion of the world so that the majority of the population would be mutants and they would reign supreme over regular humans. During the movie, Deadpool supposedly winds up trying to win over that universe's version of Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, of course, and he'll have a version of the yellow costume from the comics. That also makes it sound like those other X-Men that are coming back will wear much more comic book accurate costumes like the ones from X-Men Apocalypse too. That would actually be pretty cool. And ultimately, it's that universe that Deadpool winds up causing the destruction of, and Kevin Feige also said that in addition to that, just like within the scope of Marvel Phase 6, Deadpool 3 would be a big tipping point with the Incursion storyline leading up to Avengers 5, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. A bunch of universes being destroyed, and it sounds like Deadpool does something so crazy that it winds up causing a bunch of incursions and tons of universes get destroyed, not just that one, and that'll pay off the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe part of the storyline that they're also adapting. So it's kind of like they're combining the Loki storyline with the TVA with a version of House of M and Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. One of the other big casting announcements you probably heard about a little while ago isn't an X-Men character, but they just announced Matthew McFadden, who plays Tom on Succession, will be playing a TVA agent assigned by Mobius to follow Deadpool and try unsuccessfully, but he'll try to keep Deadpool from messing up other timelines. Sounds like he's gonna fail pretty hard. They just had the Succession finale too, so this is kind of timely that we talk about his character. I believe his role is going to be sort of Deadpool's comedic punching bag, like a similar type of role that he plays on Succession, a hapless idiot who thinks way too highly of himself that Deadpool just walks all over. Mobius said you're not allowed to mess with this timeline, don't cause any Nexus events, and immediately Deadpool just completely borks the entire universe. The reason they just announced all the X-Men actors that are coming back is because they just started filming, so they need the actors to be filming scenes really soon. A lot of times they won't announce characters till like right before they use them in scenes. But a lot of the characters have talked about coming back. Halle Berry even posted a picture of her with a Storm haircut. It sounds like that was in preparation for filming her Deadpool 3 scenes. They also just cast the main villain for Deadpool 3, and it's going to be Emma Corrin from The Crown, who most of you remember played a version of Diana Spencer. They haven't said which character she's playing, but given the tone and the vibe of the character she is known for playing the different types of characters she's played, it seems that the character she'll play will be a little more subtle as opposed to the tone and the vibe of the way Ryan Reynolds performs Deadpool as this super over-the-top character, and Hugh Jackman plays Wolverine as this way more hardcore type of character. Right now, the leading theories for that villain character are Typhoid Mary and Madcap, who are big Deadpool villains, but I don't think they're very likely. We're talking about a big multiverse time runs out, lead up to Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty kind of villain. So the leading theories right now are actually Lady Death, which I think is more likely given Death's role in the other major Marvel stories like the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet storyline. They didn't really include the Death character during the Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame movies. Lady Death is also a huge figure in Deadpool's past. She's the cosmic entity Death. She can't really be killed the same way you kill characters like Thanos. She's the personification of all death in the multiverse. Like there's only one death for the entire multiverse. They teased the introduction of some of the cosmic entities during Thor Love and Thunder. The Death character was also featured during that as one of the statues, but you didn't actually see a living version of Death. It was just meant to be a representation of Death, not the actual Death character. But at least they're starting to get into that really weird, really high level stuff. The other possibility, and this is also a little more likely, is that she's playing a Deadpool variant and she's playing Lady Deadpool from the comics, who has been featured a lot before, like in the Deadpool core. She's from another universe, her name is Wanda Wilson, and all her villains, her adventures are just meant to be twists on the main version of Deadpool and his history. And when I mentioned the Deadpool core, they could have jokes or references about that at some point during the movie because this is meant to be a multiverse movie, and you have this idea of a bunch of Deadpool variants from across the multiverse all forming a team together. They're actually already using that idea during Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse with Spider-Man 2099 putting together a multiverse team of Spider-Men. So let me know in the comments, which Deadpool 3 villain do you think Emma Corrin is going to play? Real big reminder that Secret Invasion episodes have started, and my episode 2 video will post next week after they release it. Congratulations, Chase Sells Seashells. You're the giveaway winner from my last big Marvel video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your contact details. I don't think the original Rhodey is dead because we do have the Armor Wars movie coming up and the real Rhodey will be in that, but I still think that the current one that we're seeing on the show is a Skrull. Everyone click here for all my Secret Invasion episode videos, and click here for my alternate ending and deleted scenes from the Flash movie with a whole bunch more Ben Affleck Batman. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe and maximum effort.